My theme song is this song you hear in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Jesus Christ of trading. Sometimes I imagine myself having superpowers, yet my punishment is the knowledge, knowing that I have these powers, without the ability to harness the energy and make these powers work for myself. That's why I come here and I do this. Okay. Let's talk about what's going on. Alright? First of all, I love when I get people all up in arms when I talk about Israel. And if you didn't know that I'm a Jew, but I'm not one of these Jews who just blindly supports Israel in whatever they do. But here's one point for the Israeli conflict. Every nation across Europe and the Middle East, everybody wants to wipe Israel out. People think they don't have a right to the land and all that stuff. Here's the thing. When it all comes down to it, who's the most rational people out in the Wild West of the Middle East? Who's the most sane? Can we say the most sane out of them all? And everybody's, all these money, they're sucking money out of the government. United States supporting Israel is the root of all this evil. First of all, people, Israel will be our launching area unless they get wiped off the map when the World War starts immediately, because that's where it probably is going to start. They're going to be our launching staging area for the invasion that we're going to have to do. We're going to be launching missiles from Israel to bomb the other nations. They're our only friend. And all that idea of going into Iraq and they were going to greet us and put flowers in our shotguns, that was going to be the beacon of hope and democracy in the Middle East. Come on now, please. First of all, eventually, and I hope this oil spill does what I hope it does, is that just pushes the alternative energy up to the forefront again, because it always takes a disaster or crazy oil prices for everyone to start getting on board with the solar and the hydrogen power and all the alternative energies that you know that they're out there. The electric car was here 20 years ago. But what I'm saying is eventually when we don't need the oil, we are just going to annihilate all of these people. Okay? Jihad. We're gonna invoke jihad. Because we're going to be fed up at this point already. Now that we don't need your oil, we're just going to come around and we're going to just wipe you off the earth. Because we want to. But that's not the way we are, right? We want peace and love. But what the thing is, you're going to have to take a vote and you're going to have to take a side. Whether you're not on the side of the good doers or the evil ones. Yeah, we're going to smoke them out. Remember that? Yeah, we're going to smoke out the evil ones. There's people out there wanting to do harm to you and your family just because of what you look like. Do you think that's fair? No. Those are the evil ones, and we're going to have to smoke them out. All right. So anyway, we've been here. I haven't been around in a while, okay? The market's been range-bound, so what I did yesterday was, rallying now. Based on the fact that we're being manipulated to go sideways for the summer, I had to assume these job numbers would be bad because we had to have a sell-off today and give us an opportunity to, hurt some people that were going long, make the shorts all discouraged because they missed a nice gap down. So, in order to make money on it, you have to do what is the max pain to the most people. So the market was going up, you had to short into that, hoping that these numbers were bad. So that worked out. So we covered our shorts in the morning, and I came into the chat room, which I haven't even been in. I haven't even been in the chat room in a while. And I said, here you go. Let's buy some price line. The stock's down 100 points. Let's buy some here at 185. That looks like it's going positive. Sold some at 85.40 just to get the ball rolling. Some at 186.09. And of course, now the stock is closing in on 187. That's what I do. Now, if we've all... Let's put everything aside because I'm going to call clean slate again. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Jefferson Crow. The name of the show is hitthebid.com. the main gist of it all. And if whenever I do this show and I go live and do all this other stuff, people have called me arrogant. People have called whether or not they can trust me or not. The bottom line is whenever the fuck I sell, stocks go higher. Whenever I take a big position, betting something's going to happen, I lose money. Whenever I take a small position and hang on to that for a swing trade, those are winning trades, those I tell you about. But the main idea is when I'm in this goddamn chat room at this website, which I haven't gotten around to being into it. Dude, I have developed an eye twitch. My brain is just fighting back. I don't know what's going on, but I think that's the stress. I don't want to sit here in front of the computer. As much as I want to sit here and talk to you guys and chill out and tell you what I'm doing so you can make money off my idiocracy, is that a word? I can't do it that many times. I can't sit here anymore. So I've been chilling out, hanging with the family, painted my garage. My wife and I, we had oral sex last night. It was awesome. Awesome. I don't know if you know oh, by the way, if you don't know what oral sex between my wife and I is, just when I walk into the room and I ask for a blowjob and she says, "Fuck you." That's what it comes down to. Yeah, and if you don't know, dolphin sex is something my wife and I have. Dolphin sex, do you know what dolphin sex is? Maybe you're new to the program, you don't know what dolphin sex is? Dolphin sex is when I ask my wife to have sex and she says, Jokes aside, the Israeli thing, like I said, I only watch the news maybe for a minute. I stopped watching news programs, CNBC, CNN. I haven't read the paper because I'm just trying to tune in to my psychic abilities and to my spiritual awakening that happened a while ago. I'm still got the fat finger in my ass, okay? I haven't got a margin call in my life. And I said the first time I get a margin call, I gotta just chill out. And that's where I am right now. I'm chilling out. And since I've been chilling out, I've been making my $200, my $300 by 10 in the morning, just doing 1 or 2 trades. And if you think about it, break it down on an hourly basis. I work today for 25 minutes, and I'm up about $650. And I'm not planning on doing anything else. Therefore, generally what's going to happen now, as I've been saying in the chat room, all my indicators are saying rally. I refuse to buy stocks because I already missed the good entries. Those are my entries where stocks are going positive or breaking whole numbers on an upward momentum. Don't want to get too technical with you. But psychologically what it is I know that I don't want to lose this $650 that I'm up right now. So I'm going to be extra cautious. Therefore, unable to trade. Because if you trade with the idea of not trying to lose money, you will lose money. That's rule number 65 if you haven't read my book yet. If you go in trying to make a certain amount of money, you will lose money. So I know that. And I also know the market probably will rally because that's why I tell you to embrace the horror, because everything revolves around me. The market now knows that I'm not too excited about entering into new positions. So therefore, it will have to rally just to piss me off and to entice me to trade. And I won't do it. Therefore, that equals you get into the market. And like I was talking in the chat room, Priceline was a great buy. Wait, let me see my other CSIQ. CSIQ so far hasn't done anything. But the bottom line is you come to the chat room, we hang out, we talk shit, I disappear every once in a while, but it's good for everybody. Oh, I don't know if you remember SPRD. Remember that one? SPRD, that was that stock that I told you was one of my 2018 holdings. SPRD. Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
I would much prefer Kroll.